Hey everybody, it is me, Micro Zen. Thank you for tuning in. If you are a new viewer, do me a favor, like, comment, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button. If you are a returning viewer, thank you. Y'all love me. I appreciate y'all. Y'all mean so much to me. But I have a special guest today, and I'm gonna put the link to her YouTube page down below. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Ari?
Hey y'all, I'm Ari B Real. I'm just here living my good life. I am a podcaster. I am an entrepreneur. And I'm just trying to take life by the horns. I'm on Instagram, and my podcast is Ari B Real Podcast, ARIBREAL. So Ari B Real. I'm on Anchor, but there's 7 different platforms that my podcast is on. I'm also a YouTuber. My
Anchor.
channel is Ari B Real on YouTube. What you say, girl?
I said I love Anchor because that's
Anchor
how
is
I
so
actually started with
lit.
all of this. Okay.
That's
Seriously, that's how I got
awesome.
started with all this. So me and my old manager used to do it. The person that was one of the guys that was supposed to be on tonight.
Yeah.
We actually kind of started our podcast at the same time. I didn't like doing podcasts because I'm like, I can't just sit and talk to myself. Like,
So
it was
let me tell
weird.
you, sometimes the video is a little intimidating. So it's like my safe space on the
See, so it's
podcast.
crazy. So for me, I can do the video. But like just doing the
Okay, I get
podcast,
that.
it was like this is weird. I can't keep. I think I had like 2 or 3 episodes, and they were like 5 minutes, and I'm like, don't nobody want to listen to no 5 minute podcast. Anyways, I'm sorry, I was not trying to
No,
interrupt.
no, no. We are just we here. um, but I am studying life coaching, amongst other things, and I'm here for my fellow sister queen. When I win, you win, we win together.
You. So, for those of y'all who do not follow me on Facebook, and if y'all don't, if we're not friends on Facebook, I don't know why we're not friends on Facebook. So y'all should go add me. My name on Facebook is Moonchild. Right now, my profile picture is a picture of some really pretty pink flowers. Um, yeah, go add me before I change my profile picture again, please. Oh. I got a problem with that. I'm sorry. But today's topic is, what is self-love? What does self-love mean to you? And do not confuse it with self-care, because self-care and self-love are two completely different things.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going to just start that question off with you. So, to you, what does self-love mean? And I'm sorry if I'm looking down at my phone. I've got the questions on here.
No worries. Self-love. Self-love to me, I guess I want to say once you realize that you've reached that level of ultimate self-love is when you get butterflies in your stomach when you think about yourself, just like you will when you think about your husband or your wife, boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever. Um, to be helplessly and just over the hills in love with everything that you do, even if you fail, even if you're falling all the fucking time. Can I cuss here?
I mean, we can now since we just.
I'm so sorry. So on my podcast, I be cussing.
So I try not to.
I'm
Just
sorry.
because I
I'm not gonna
wouldn't be
say.
offended. No, you're fine. And I didn't say anything to you about it because my friend Marcus had cussed too. But I'm also one of those, I want you to be your authentic self. So when I have guests on here, I want you to be your authentic self.
Well, I got some authentic fun words instead of cussing. So I could say
Look, me and you was
head over
talking
here
for like,
fudging in love with yourself.
me and you were just talking for like 15 minutes. You know, I have a mouth like a sailor. I want you to be your authentic self.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it. Just being so in love with yourself that the journey that you're on doesn't doesn't take you away from knowing and understanding who you are.
Okay.
And you accept yourself for all the things that are going on, all the ups and downs, so on and so forth.
So for you, can you put into exact words like what does self-love look like to your personal self? What does
In
it
my
look like?
personal self,
What does it feel like? And basically, like, how do you act towards yourself when you're displaying yourself self-love?
honey, um, so self-love for myself is like a glow. My sister actually just said to me, so my birthday was last week. She said, you were like literally glowing, and I'd not seen you glow in like years. And because for years I was not here with myself. I
I
just
get it.
wasn't, you
I
know.
get it.
It, it's a rough journey, but self-love feels for me weightless. I feel like, so I got this waist trainer on, I'm drinking my detox tea, I'm, fasting and all of these things. With all those things aside, I don't want to say vanity, but all those other things aside, I feel at this point clear and weightless. And I can't, like light, if you will. That is what my self love feels like.
I like that. I honestly
What?
like it. So you touched on a point where you said, even though you're drinking the detox tea, you're fasting, you're wearing the waist trainer. So let me ask you this. Do you feel like somebody, and in no way am I trying to offend anybody that's overweight because I'm not the smallest person. Let's just get that straight before I ask her this question. I don't want anybody to think, oh, well, I'm trying to act like I'm better than anybody. I'm not. I promise I'm not. But do you feel like somebody can truly love theirself if they are extremely overweight and not doing anything about it? Do you feel like that person can actually love themselves?
I think so. But I also believe in being blissfully ignorant. Um, Not many people know this at all, but somebody very close to me was diagnosed with colon cancer in 2017, and it was not like a stage 1, it was stage 3, and they had to go in and immediately operate. And I have to now go and make sure I get my colon checked out 5 years before the normal 40-year mark. Um, and on top of that, just looking at the elders in my family who are 40, 50, 60, and late 40s, 50, 60, 70, who are not as able-bodied as, their counterparts in other places. Um, for me, it is a disservice to myself to allow me to still be where I am right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is the biggest that I've been, and I hurt. And because I hurt, I have to make sure that while I'm pouring into my mental and my spiritual and my financial, okay, I gotta also pour into my physical.
Yes.
So my self-love has to be all encompassing. I can't just self-love in one area and then let all the other things fall to the wayside. Because like any oiled, well maintained machine, all the things have to be fixed. All the things have to be tended to so that we can still keep chugging along at an effective and efficient rate, if you will.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I asked that, because again, I'm not the smallest person in the world. I've never claimed to be I will never talk down to somebody because they're overweight, because I'm overweight myself. But at the same time, I do feel like, one, I am, on my path to lose weight and become healthier.
For sure.
But I felt like you said, I was doing myself a disservice because I allowed myself to pack these pounds on.
Yeah, for sure. It's so crazy because then you sit and you be like, so nobody was gonna tell me I was a white bag? Like, what, nobody gonna offer up that information? Like, no, boo boo, you saw yourself every day. Like,
And it's like, yes,
you knew
I
what you were
did see
doing.
myself every day, but at the same time, it was to a point where I'm looking in the mirror to brush my teeth. I'm looking in the mirror to do
No, I was
certain
gonna say like
things.
it's the selfie view. You don't get
Yeah,
the
I
full body
wasn't
view.
fully like,
Yeah.
even though I have large mirrors, though, I wasn't
Yes.
looking in the mirror
Yes.
because I wasn't fully loving myself. I
Yes.
didn't like who I was at the time, like when I first started gaining weight. So I
Yes.
wasn't actually looking. I saw myself, but I
Yeah.
wasn't actually looking at myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew I had to go to the store to buy bigger clothes.
And you know what? That but then um you trick yourself, because I had a different word. You trick yourself into believing that I'm going shopping, but I'm going to get something real cute. Okay,
Exactly.
not
And that's
I
exactly
have to
what I was
size
about
up.
to say.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what I was about to say. So now whenever I go shopping again, I told myself, I'm going to get my size, but then I'm going to get a few things that are small. I will start having those gold pieces in my closet
Yes. Yep, your gold clothes.
because
Mm-hmm.
this time next year, because my birthday recently passed as well. So my birthday next year, I don't want to be this size.
Listen, honey, I got plans for next year. Okay,
Okay.
next year I want to be able to say I lost all of this weight. Now, whatever's left over, doc, put it somewhere else. Okay, I'm tired of
I
being a part
plan
of the little
on
booty
being on a
community.
beach
Oh,
somewhere, hopefully in
yes,
a cute two-piece that's not overly
yes,
revealing, but somewhere out of the country. And I'm not going to
yes,
be this way. I promise myself I will not be this weight. I will be at a healthier weight.
yes. And that's the key, a healthier weight. Not just saying, girl, I'm trying to be skinny.
And that's not my goal.
You
Like,
know,
I don't want to be skinny. I've been skinny before.
listen, my doctor told me you ain't gonna ever be skinny. I said, that's cool, boo. That's cool. Thank you for letting me know.
Okay. Like, as long as you know and you can let everybody
Okay,
else know,
okay.
this isn't the goal. The goal is not for me to be skinny. So I'm 5'1". They told me I should weigh between 105 and 115 or something like that. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm supposed to be like
that since I was in like
124,
ninth or
130.
10th grade.
Yeah, same.
I'm not trying to get back to that. Again, I want to be at a healthier weight. I want to be at a weight where I personally feel comfortable.
Yes.
I'm not
Yeah.
doing this for anybody else. I'm not doing this to try to impress anybody. I'm not doing this because somebody told me that I had. I'm doing this because I want to feel comfortable in my own body.
Yes.
Okay, like
Yes,
y'all don't even
ma'am.
understand when you said like, so no, I was gonna tell them I had a wide back. Like I felt that with everything in my
Girl, I came
stomach.
home from college. I said, so wasn't nobody gonna tell me I was out here like this? But
I
then
felt
it took
that in
years
my
to be like,
spirit.
I'm here because I did that. I like the steak, okay, and the potatoes
And I
was
get that, but I
loaded.
also feel like the people that love us should encourage us.
So dig this though. Dig this. The the family that I have, my support system, I find that we are emotional eaters. And it's
Yeah.
not just I'm a sad eater, it's because I'm happy, let's turn up.
So you must
I
not
got
be
this
on my
new job.
Facebook page. You
What'd
must
you
not.
say?
I literally made a post maybe about a week ago. I'm like, look, y'all, I'm an emotional eater. I got to figure out what I'm about to do.
I think I did see that, and
Because
I
it
was,
wasn't
you
it
know
wasn't
what? I did
being
see that.
sad. It wasn't depression. It was no. I'm an
No, it was
emotional
just
eater. I'm happy. I'm in a good mood right now.
yes.
Let's get some food. Like,
Yo,
let's celebrate.
because when you are where in whatever space you're in, when you sitting Shiva, sorry, when you sit Shiva when somebody has died, when you are and I say that because even though the Jewish people do it, we do it too. We may
Yeah,
not do it for 7 days, but we do it. If
yeah,
somebody passed on, wherever that person lived, we bring in casserole,
yeah.
we bring in master choli, we
Even
bring
at
in
the
a pan of
repast, look at how
chicken.
much food is at the repast. It's so much food at the
Exactly.
repast that we are sending people home with plates.
Exactly. Somebody graduate, my baby shower. Nobody has ever had a spread like we had at my baby shower, but we were celebrating the life of my baby boy. Every event, every occasion that I can think of, my god sister was saying it. Like whenever my mom, me, her, and our moms get together, we're going out to eat. That's just what we do, and then we're gonna go shopping. Like
So here's
that
the
is
thing.
just, and because we're celebrating each other, it's been so long. Oh my God, let's
But here's the
celebrate! Da,
thing.
da, da, da.
I'll tell you, there's nothing at the end of the day in you know, in perspective, there's nothing actually wrong with that. And I say that there's nothing wrong with that because yes, we are celebrating. Yes, we are choosing to eat, but it's still us choosing what we're going to eat.
And now that, yes,
We're
we could
choosing that we're going to
choose
eat pasta.
something
We're
better.
choosing that we're going to eat,
Yep.
you know, steak, fried chicken,
Yep.
whatever. When it's like,
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and get this salad.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and get some pasta that doesn't have all the extra sauce, even though the pasta itself might not necessarily be. I'm gonna go ahead and get it without the sauce on it, though,
I
with
need
like some
extra
butter and
sauce though,
seasoning.
sis. Listen, don't do this, okay? Even right now to be talking about being better and doing better, I need my extra sauce. Give me my extra
But
sauce.
okay, and again, here's my thing, and everything's okay in moderation. So as long as it's
Yeah.
not something that you're doing all the time, just
Yep.
let me tell you how much I forgot how much I loved. I think they're called Soy Delicious ice cream bars.
Ooh,
Absolutely
okay.
love them. Vegan ice cream. Because I was getting like actual ice cream. You like, let me take notes on this.
Because you know I need the notes. Like I need all the things. Give me all the
I'm
gifts.
gonna send you a picture when we get done, but like I
Okay.
forgot how much I loved it. And though it doesn't necessarily taste like regular ice cream, dairy's not good for us.
No. And you know what? I will be honest. I have a lactose thing.
You wanna know
So
why? Because dairy's not made for us.
it
You not lactose intolerant. We just ain't supposed to be eating and drinking it.
Texas.
You
Even
are
my
not
little baby
lactose
can't handle
intolerant.
it. Even my little baby can't handle it.
That's what I'm
So I don't even have it in my house. I'll do eggs to make sure that we have protein. But realistically, I
what you
I'm
need. Why do you need eggs? We getting
I
off
know, oh no,
topic.
because I
No.
was gonna say, but realistically, I know I don't need it, and then I
I
was
was gonna
gonna
say because we
also
getting off topic,
say,
me and you gonna have to talk about this
we
separately.
go, because we
No,
go, because girl, listen,
I got you. We can talk about all of this.
yes,
We can talk about this separately, but girl, yes.
yeah, yeah,
But no, that's why I had to ask seriously because I'm a firm believer of yes, you can love yourself even if you are overweight. But
yeah,
I personally feel like you cannot fully love yourself
yeah,
if you're overweight and you're not trying to do something about it.
because everything is working at overtime. Everything is working at double time.
But see
When you're heavier. So
but now in today's you know, in today's time, especially unfortunately amongst our people, especially Black women,
yeah,
you know, oh well, I'm thick, I'm healthy. The doctor said I'm healthy. I don't need to lose no
honey,
weight. Where it's like, okay, the doctor, you know, you might not have health issues right now, but that doesn't mean
yeah,
a year or two down the road you're not going to have health issues. That doesn't mean 5, 10 years. You know, and I'm not saying that like just because somebody is small that they're not going to get health issues. I'm not saying that at all. But at the end of the day, having all this extra fat around your organs puts you at a higher risk of
yeah,
so many things.
yes, yes.
But when you unfortunately tell that to a Black woman, is she ready to chop your
But
head
then
off?
also when you say just to tie it in, all that cow's milk and all that added stuff is adding more stuff to us that
Yeah,
we don't need.
yeah,
So we feed it to our children. Our
yeah,
children are obese, are overweight. Um, we can't really go outside because 9 times out of 10 we in the hood. So there's so many different factors that come around to it, but then um, we get so stuck, and I don't know if the word is complacent, but where we are,
yeah.
that it's okay not to do better.
Yes,
It's okay to just be where you are.
it's okay. This is just how things are in our community.
Yep.
But even with the whole going outside thing, I will tell you, like, no matter what, because my dad was not the type of person where he, you know, let us sit in front of the TV.
Yeah.
We barely had video game systems. Like, we
Mm-hmm.
barely, it was spots in my childhood I can remember us having cable, but we barely had
Mm-hmm.
cable.
We had to earn it. Like I had it. Unfortunately, my baby is sitting in front of the Roku stick right now, but it's educational stuff. But we had it, but I had to earn my PlayStation 2
And
when I
that's
was a
what I'm saying.
kid.
Like, my
You
dad wouldn't
know.
even buy it for us. Like, it was like, no,
Yeah.
go outside. If you want to play, you, your brother, and your go outside.
Oh yeah. Now I can honestly tell you, I was outside most of my day, and it was not until I got in the house, did whatever OG wanted me to do, that
Right,
I sat in front of that game. So
right. And
yeah,
that's
the
how it was
structure
for me
was
with the
totally
TV.
different.
Yeah. But nowadays, so many people just, you know, I'm gonna feed my child, or here goes your plate, go watch TV.
Yeah.
And a lot of people take away that family time. A lot of people take away
Yeah.
that bonding time. A lot of people take away these learning experiences that we're giving to our children, our
Yes.
nieces, our nephews, our grandchildren, or whoever in our
Yeah.
family, because adults are so busy nowadays that even though I can take the time to make you dinner, I can't take the time to sit down and eat with you and make sure that everything in your life is okay.
I watched a movie and I saw a family sitting at the table going through their day. What happened to you at school today?
Yeah,
What happened to you at work today? What happened to you at school? How do we feel about that? That is what I want.
that's
I
what you
love to
need
be
to
able to
do.
sit down with my family and
Yes.
politic about all the things that we've gone through and we've experienced. But that also brings me back to breaking bread with my family, sitting and having a meal, and making sure that we are celebrating every aha moment or whatever we've had during the day. But making sure we have better options is always the key.
And that's the thing, because again, so with me, I'm a big sweet person. Like,
Yeah.
love my sweets. I have a problem, which is why I had to replace my ice cream, and then I get the all natural fruit popsicles now.
Yes.
I'm doing better.
Yes.
It's
Good for
still not good,
you.
necessarily good for me because of all the extra sugar, but it's a healthier option.
Yes.
So I'm working towards getting off of that too. But my thing is too, I had to make sure I start buying, a lot of fruits.
Yeah.
I started buying dates. Dates are full of fiber. They will get you full faster and they're sweet. Even though they don't have that artificial sugar,
Yeah. It's nature sugar.
it's natural sugar, it's nature's
Mm-hmm.
sugar. But people
Oh yeah.
look at it and they'll be like, oh, that looks nasty. Just like I started juicing.
Oh yeah.
And I was that person where I hated beets with
I
a
love
passion.
beets.
Hated.
Girl,
I
give me
love
extra
beets.
beets on a Greek salad.
I
Yes.
love beets now.
Good.
When I tell you
Good.
I was that person, I was like, no, take that off my salad. I don't want no olives. I don't want no beets.
Now I don't fool with no
I
olives.
was
No,
gonna say
don't.
I haven't gotten to the olive part yet, but I
You
can.
ain't don't
You like just leave it alone. Leave it alone.
just leave
No,
it
I
alone.
can at least I juice beets now. Of course, mix it with other stuff, but I'm like, because I still have a friend that anytime I'm doing, oh, that's nasty. I don't see how you drinking this. Like, and this is again why we're overweight. Instead of encouraging one another, we're so quick to, oh my
Yeah.
God, why are you doing that? That's
Yeah.
nasty. Where it's like, all right,
But
well,
see, self-love though. Oh no. I'm sorry. Hold on. I
no,
can
you're
kind
fine.
of see what but self-love, right? When you don't quite love and appreciate yourself, then when you see somebody else doing something, you don't have room to say, that's different. I've never tried that, but I hope you enjoy it. Over saying that's trash, sis. Ugh, ugh.
And that's my
I
thing.
love me, I love you. So whatever you do, I'm gonna be like, I don't know about that, but I'm for it if you for it.
And that's
It's a
my
different
thing.
kind of narrative.
Just like, if you was to tell me that you did like olives for whatever reason, exactly, I would look at you like, you like it,
Right.
I love it. I ain't gonna eat it, but if you like
Yeah.
it, then I love it. I'm not gonna discourage you from being healthy.
Yes.
You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? So, okay, so how do you feel like you currently love yourself? Like, what are things that you do to make sure that you feel worthy and valuable to self? How do you make sure that you always remember that you are important to yourself?
So I don't know if this is self-care necessarily, but I am treating myself different. I'm treating myself better. Um, when it's time for me to take a step away, I take a step away. I have to detach so that I am able to properly regroup and not overload. Because that happens quite often. And also I take on a lot. I don't know how to say this for other people to be like, what is she talking about? But if I'm in a space with someone and they feel something, I am directly affected by them.
Yeah,
So
empath.
Yes. I don't know. Something, you say it. I saw one of my homegirls posted about it, and somebody was on her comment, like, in her comments, like, what are you even talking about?
It's
What?
okay.
Like,
Give people a reason to comment on my post.
that's okay.
Comment on the video.
Because I sure commented back, like, sis, it's been rough. Okay. It's been rough. But being able to detach so that I am not on emotional overload is key for me. And then having better internal conversations with myself.
Okay.
I used to be really hard on myself, and so even when I talk to other people, like when I talk to my little cousins, the boys especially, um, I talk to them like I'm from Puritan Avenue because that's where I'm from. Instead of talking to them like, "Hey, I love you," and I just
So
want
for
to
those of
share
you
these
that
things
don't
with
know,
you.
because everybody's not from Detroit, that's originally where I'm
Oh,
from.
right.
That's originally where I'm from. Puritan Avenue is not necessarily the best area. We're just gonna
Not at all.
we're
No.
just we're just gonna leave it at that.
It's kind of
Okay,
it's
hold on.
perks.
To put it into perspective for you guys, compare it to Joy Road, because everybody knows what Joy Road is. So
Hey, and you
put it
know
in
what's so funny?
perspective.
I live on exit 9 coming off the freeway. It's just a different freeway.
I'm so done with you.
Every time I hear this,
Exit
I'm
9
like,
is
yeah.
the Joy Road exit. So
Oh my God.
not the Joy.
Okay, because
not the Plain Icewood.
you can play Icewood in any setting. Okay.
Look, okay. You from Detroit, you doing the blade. It don't matter where you at, what
no matter what.
you doing
You
the
could
blade.
be at a wedding, a baby shower, a graduation.
My
It don't
friend did
matter.
like a little poetry thing where like they all got together for with she had like a bunch of poets and singers and stuff come and they hosted it. Girl in the picture, they all I'm like,
okay.
go ahead.
In any
Go ahead.
I told somebody on my birthday, I said you can twerk to any song. You can blade Icewood at any occasion. Okay?
You can.
It's life. It's where we are. But I am taking the hood out of my internal conversations. Okay. So instead of you better, I think it'd be good if we do this today. Let's check this off the to-do list today. There's a running to-do list that I have, and I just easily check things off. And instead of really, I didn't even get that accomplished. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Instead of getting down on myself, it's all right that I didn't get this done.
Yeah.
It's cool because this is my world.
Yeah.
And in order for me to be consistently happy with myself in my world on my journey, I have to love on myself extra hard. Because when I go outside, they may not love on me. So if I'm not loving on me and they're not loving on me,
exactly.
There's just a void.
Exactly.
So, but I don't know if that would be considered self-care.
I think it's a combination of both, honestly.
Okay.
It's self-care to an extent, but I also feel like that is how you make sure that you know that you are properly loving yourself.
Yeah.
Because, and I wasn't laughing at you when you said, the sensory overload, you'll step out of a situation.
Okay. Step right on out. Like,
wasn't laughing at you.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
But at the same time, because I told you that, because I am, of course, I'm all love and light and all that good stuff, but everything has a dark side. The moon, soul, everything has a dark side.
Everything has to be balanced.
Yes. So I am also that person. I don't like conflict. At all. If I can see something is going to be conflict, I will walk 10 blocks around the corner just so I try my best not to get into this conflict.
As a kid, I don't think I really gave two sugar honey iced teas about it. But as an adult, honey, I don't want it.
But that's the thing. As kids, we don't know better.
Yep.
This is just again, we're a product of our environment. So if we're not taught better, we don't know better. But like you said, as an adult, where we're all on this journey called life and trying to figure this thing out, regardless of what your age is, we are trying to teach ourselves, we are trying to teach the ones that we love, you know, hey, everything doesn't have to be about violence. Everything does not, regardless of where you're from,
Yeah.
everything doesn't have
Yeah.
to be about violence. Everything does not have to be how it was when we were growing up. It's okay. It's okay to live a peaceful life.
Yes. Oh
That's
my
okay.
God. Okay.
Like that's what I strive for now. Like I just
Yes.
want peace. I want
Yes.
happiness. Again, everything has a dark side. Everything has to be balanced, and I can go there if I feel the need. But for the
Yeah.
most part, I'm love, light, smiles, happiness,
Yes.
sprinkles, unicorns, whatever you want to say. Raindrops
That's
on
it.
roses and
Okay.
whiskers on kittens. Like I'm
It's a few of my
okay.
favorite things.
Th-
Yes,
That's
sis.
me. I'm so serious. Like I don't like drama. I just
Yeah.
it does something to you.
Yeah.
And when it does
That,
something to you, it's hard for you to come back out of that sometimes.
because you get consumed with that negative energy. You just
Yes.
consume with it, and it almost it negativity almost attempts to recode your whole everything. And I
Yeah.
don't have time for it because my mom is like, I wanted to be a life coach, studying to add that to my list of awesome. Well, how can you help other people when you still have your own? Because I still have my own, but I'm able to identify. I probably should not have cussed that man out in the car while he was trying to cut me off. I probably should have kept calm. But if those are the only instances where I'm like, then
Here's my thing
I'm
though.
cool.
And I completely agree with you, but here's my thing. So for anybody, and no disrespect for your mom, but for anybody's ask, you know, well, how can you help somebody and you're still working? Most therapists have therapists. You want to know why? Because now they got to get stuff off their chest that they done heard, and they have to release all this extra energy that they're taking in. Because when you're doing things like that, you're bringing in everybody else's energy, and now you have to find whatever way you can to release it.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and it's so funny because you already know I'm a Reiki practitioner, and when people want back to back to back to back Reiki courses, and they're like, well, you know, you said your appointment ends at this time. Why can't you just do it? And I'm like, because I don't think you want this person's energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if I'm helping this person to release their energy
It has
and
to go somewhere.
it has to go somewhere, and the majority of the time it's going to come to me, and now I have to release it.
Yeah.
So if that
Sure.
takes me an hour, if that takes me 2 hours, if that takes me 24 hours,
So be it.
I'm looking out for your best interest. Because you, again, this one of those things, you know, people are doing this for self-love. People are doing this for self-care. I'm going to show you the best practices
Yeah.
because I don't know what this person had on them.
Yeah.
I don't know what this person is going through. We don't always have those conversations. Sometimes people don't want to, even though we should. Sometimes people just don't want to. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to push. Again, even though I should, and I should probably turn people away. But at the end of the day, I'm all about helping people.
Yeah.
I'm all about helping people. I have seen, experienced, and been through so much in life
Yeah. Yeah.
that if I can help somebody else from going through a fifth of what I went through, I'm all about it.
Yes, ma'am.
So, so what rules or conditions do you have set for yourself when it comes to, I guess, when it comes to other people, like when it comes to setting boundaries? Like, how do you set boundaries with yourself, and how do you set boundaries with other people? You
That's
like,
my
I'm
next
ready for
podcast episode. So that's so funny that you even said that because I'm doing the work to get ready for that.
I
That's
love
funny.
it. I love it.
um, so I have this thing. I'm very visual. And I will mute you, block you, and restrict you because I don't want to see you in your foolishness. Because I don't want to chance progress that I've made to be hindered. Now, the solution to that may not be always block, restrict, mute.
Yeah.
It should be poured into yourself so that you can be unbothered by this, sis. But I've not mastered that yet. So we will not have conversations that are not for me. If this conversation makes my stomach hurt, I can't do it. If seeing you do whatever it is you're doing makes my stomach hurt, that means you don't agree with me, and I need to take a step away from you. I create boundaries so that I can avoid judgment of others.
Okay.
When I get to a point where I think that I'm getting ready to start judging you and the things that you're doing, and you hear the phone ring, I'm sorry. I can't mute the computer because I'm on mute every. I'm sorry, y'all.
You fine.
I'm gonna tell you what that was when we're done with this. What was I talking about? Dog, I'm sorry. What just happened?
We was talking about boundaries and how if somebody's saying something, or even the sight of them doesn't agree with you.
Thank you. I got to a point with some people where I could not handle the conversation. And it was not even things that had to do with me. And I had to completely and totally detach. And then I had to forgive myself because I began to feel bad. I began to talk sugar, honey, iced tea to myself and get down on myself. But what I did was to protect me.
Right.
And also to keep me from this. And you know, that old auntie sitting on the porch capping. You know what I'm saying? Or clap back.
Some of my long-term friends that I've known over half my life, because it got to a point where it's like I'm reflecting on our friendship as a whole.
Yeah.
Not one part of the other. I'm reflecting on our friendship as a whole, and this is causing me more harm than good.
Yeah. Yes.
This is causing me to feel some type of way about you every time I look at you, hear your voice, see your name pop up on my phone. If I'm, like you said, if I'm cringing, it is time for me to let you go.
It's time for me to let you go. Sometimes I don't have an explanation for these people.
I don't either.
And that's okay.
It is okay. I had to learn that because I was always one of those people where it's like, no, they deserve to know. No.
Oh my God. And give chance after chance after chance after chance at your expense for somebody else's things. And now you are
to try to make sure they stay happy, to try to make sure that they're okay.
Yes.
I'm going to keep giving you 1,000,001 chances, which isn't doing anything but harming me and my well-being at this point in life. I can't do it anymore.
That's it. My sister has told me for oh my God, I'm 30. She's told me for 2 decades.
Can't stand
what? She has told me since I was a child to protect my life. And I abused it for so many years. And only now to just like radically want to do it. So I'm
at the same time though. As a child, did you know what she meant when she said it to you?
When I was younger, I think that I understood. That's a more personal conversation that you and I can have later. But I do believe that was something that I understood. I don't think that I knew how to do it.
Okay.
And I did not yet appreciate it.
Right. And that's why I was asking, because I'm like, as a child, if somebody told, like, I didn't have those types of people in my life, but I'm trying to think, like, if somebody told me to protect my light, but maybe it's because of your, you know, her specifically that you understood. Because I don't think I would have, like, protect my life. What are you talking about? Protect my, whatever. Let me go play.
Honey, listen,
let me go outside.
My sister, girl, when I say The Rock, that's my rock. Like,
That's a
so
beautiful.
many things that she has said to me now in retrospect, I'm like, I didn't listen to none of that.
Yeah.
And not that I messed it up, but like,
No, I
dog,
get
I
it.
dropped the ball on
Right.
so many things
Right.
because I'm not listening. Because I
Right.
think I could do it my own way.
As we usually
And,
do. We usually think that we can do it our own way, even though somebody has the best intentions for us. So, like,
yes.
I
And
mean, you banged your head against the wall 5 times. Why can't I? Like, I want
but
to bang my head too.
why bang your head if I'm telling you, don't just
Exactly.
avoid this street. Don't go down this street. Go this way.
Like, I want to go down that street though, just because you
Okay,
told me
look,
not
that
to.
street is appealing. It looks
Right.
good down there.
So,
Mm, but sorry,
no.
radically trying to protect my light, radically trying to, I don't want to say build healthy boundaries. So not having certain conversations with people, um, deciding or understanding what my part in this relationship is. I confided in someone months ago, about things that were happening in my personal life. And this was a person who could always call and just pour the whole bag out. Oh, Ari, this is happening, da 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 da. But when I finally felt like I was safe enough to open up, you're repeating yourself about the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've not talked to that person since. I
I,
prayed for this person and I pray for all good things, like I do for everybody. You do something weird to me, I'm gonna pray for you and I'm gonna keep it moving. Because I want good things to happen to you regardless how I feel about
right.
you.
Right.
But I feel like
Like right now, in
but
this moment, I feel like
no,
we can't be friends. I feel like I can't have you in my energy. I can't have you in my
yeah,
circle. I gotta
yeah,
let you go.
yeah.
Even if it's not forever, right now in this moment, you can't
Right
be.
now in this moment, I have to choose me.
Yes. And I wish more people understood that. I wish I understood that at an earlier age.
Girl, we need
I
to
wish I understood that at a let me.
okay. If I listen, what did Trina say? And if I had to, by the time I was 10, if I had it, I would be protecting myself at 10.
Okay.
Okay, 13.
Look, it would have been a whole heck of a lot sooner than when I finally started coming down this
Yes.
path of everything doesn't need a reaction, Maria. Let it go. This person said, what
That's
to
it.
you? Don't pop off on them.
That's
Walk
it.
away. Where it's like, did I just use my real name?
You did. But you felt that though. You felt that
I
down
did.
in
I did.
him.
That's why I'm
You
like, I
did.
just had to like, did I just use my real name?
You did, you did.
But
That
seriously,
was a real moment coming at you live.
okay.
Okay. I gotta stop drinking this tea. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Because I'm still sweating. It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
So, what do you feel like you need to become more at peace with yourself?
Girl.
You like, where do I start?
Okay, because look, um, um, I'm working on totally and wholeheartedly forgiving myself for some things.
That was my next
And
question.
okay, then let's tie it on in. um, I think that may be what is needed because okay, so forgiving myself and then also acceptance because I've been in Detroit my whole life. I have lived other places, but Detroit has always been my permanent address.
Right.
So I have a multitude of memories here of good, bad, and otherwise.
Right.
And so to drive down certain streets, I did that, and
I
I'd be like,
understand.
oh, I can't
I
believe,
understand.
you know. So to be in a point of acceptance of where I've come from, the things that I've done, and then of total forgiveness of some things that just weren't right, just weren't quite right. And um, moving on, but truly ascending from wherever stupor I was in those moments. I think that is probably what I need. I'm still thinking about it.
And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna give you homework. I want you to like seriously sit down and think about it because we're not gonna do it on video, but I just want to sit down and talk to you. So I
Yes.
want you to seriously sit down and think about it. And if you don't already have a journal, notebook, whatever dedicated to, I figured you did.
Okay, because it's never too far, boo
That,
boo.
oh, I love that.
Never.
See, I got a problem with school supplies. Like I love notebooks, I love pens. I have a
Have
problem.
we already shared that with each other?
Have not, but that's that. I was gonna say that's a conversation for. I was gonna say I could show you all my. I got a bag full
Okay.
of notebooks right here just because Walmart had them on sale for school.
Yes, I got paper. Okay,
Like,
color paper.
the
I got
camera.
yes.
They had a bunch of
Yeah.
different
Oh, I
color
like
compositions.
that. I like that a
They
lot.
had purple,
Okay.
green,
Yep.
orange. Exactly. So I have a problem. I admit it.
First step to recovery.
I'm not working on it yet, but I admit that I have a problem.
That's fine too. That's fine too.
So, what do you value about yourself? Just like two or three things.
My light, my heart. Um, um, yeah, I don't really know how to explain. I value that that when I have come into contact with somebody, they are affected in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
And it is something that I do without even trying, um, which proves to me that helping people is what I'm here for. I don't want to say like Tiffany Haddish, she say she a unicorn, and whenever she is intimate with a man, she healing them. But whenever I am in the space with another human,
Yeah.
in any way, shape, form, or fashion, some healing happens. And some of my most treasured encounters, friendships, um, hear that?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, he's awesome. All right.
It's okay.
But some of my most treasured encounters and experiences, people have later said to me, well, and in a moment where I was just talking smack,
Right.
or walking up to someone because I can see that they need a soul hug. Ari, you have no idea how you helped me. And I'd be like, girl, it was a Tuesday. I just was trying to,
Right. Like I was
like,
being me.
yeah, like
Like
that's
I
it.
saw that you
And
needed something, and I wanted to make sure that you were okay.
that's it. And sharing something like, so I do something in my life coaching business,
Mm-hmm.
holistic wellness with Ari. It's a W. Holisticwellnesswithari.com, because I got my website going, girl.
Send
I'm
it to me.
trying.
I'll say send it to me. I will put it in
Okay.
the links below.
I'm a little nervous about it, but okay. Okay. But I do something called Sister Circle. And we sit around, and we share, we release, and we
So I
meditate
want to
and
do
we
something
pray.
like that, but I don't think down here, the city that I'm currently in, is the spot for
Well,
that.
we can also do it here on Zoom as
I
well.
mean, and I've thought about that too. I honestly,
Yeah, I just haven't had I've been working on myself, so I haven't done it. But we can totally, yeah, girl,
we're
say
gonna get
less.
together about that. We're gonna get together about
Oh
that.
yeah, actually, I am working on some things for Sister Circle. But when I am in that setting, I gift. I have gifted in the past journals,
Yeah,
crystals, sage,
I've done
things
stuff like
like
that.
that. And but before I even started, like last year, I I met a girl 3 years ago through my ex-boyfriend, and her and her husband came up here. They had a good time. It was a thing. Um, she had some things happen while she was here. It was ridiculous, but I ended up like writing out how I do my list of intentions and my list of manifestations,
Hmm.
and gifted her some things that she now has implemented into her life totally, and said to me, I don't think that I would have been introduced to it the way that you introduced me to it. And from that moment on, everything that I have written down and prayed for has happened to me and then some.
Hmm.
And even in that moment, I was just trying to share the stuff that I was doing because maybe it's
Right,
gonna work. I don't really know,
right.
but I pray really hard and I write things down. I pray on them. I keep my crystals close, my stage closer. So if it's gonna work for me, maybe it'll work for you. I don't know.
Right, right.
And even something like that, I was just, I don't know. I just she asked about it. I had some stuff sitting around, and I gifted it over. And I think that in those moments where if I hand you something and you feel drawn to it, we're gonna pray about it and you're gonna keep on moving. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? You take it with you. We pray on it and you keep it moving.
right.
And that's just how I operate. I don't know. I hug deep and I love hard, and I am that person who drives past you and you're probably wearing whatever you wear, and I go, "Oh my God, sis, you look good,
I'm
yes!"
that
And
person.
it annoys people. Oh my God,
I'm
yo, my
that
people be
person.
annoyed. Like, what are you doing? But
See,
I just,
when I'm out, like a lot of the time, like I'm out by myself. So like if
yeah,
I'm at the mall or something, like, and it'll be funny because I'll just be on the phone. I'll be walking by, like, and I'll be like, "Honey, your puff look beautiful," and people
yes,
look at you like you crazy, and I'm like,
yes,
"No, I
yeah,
just want to spread love." Like,
that's it.
I don't know how your day is going, but if it wasn't going good, I want it to be better, and if it was already going
Yes,
good, I still want it to be better.
yes. I think that it is so important to make sure that when you are talking with someone, hanging out with somebody, that if you and them don't feel better once the encounter is over, then you've done a disservice to that person. But not many people are able to give the way that I can give like that from the I don't want to say metaphysical level, but they can't give from here like I can give from here.
Right,
It's just something that they just can't do, but I've always been able to do it.
right,
And I think that is what my sister has always been talking to me about.
yeah,
You have to protect yourself because you give love so easily.
yeah,
You shower people with love so easily that it may not always be reciprocated.
yep.
And it could also put a bad taste in somebody's mouth. And then now you got somebody who just don't like you because of how bright your light shines.
Yep.
So
And I've experienced that. I've experienced it with people that were supposedly close with me, where it's like, okay, well,
yes.
I've started realizing, like, okay, like your comments towards me are kind of,
Yeah.
you joking with me, but you also putting me down.
Yeah.
Or it's like, so where's this coming from? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I don't say nothing to them. I pay attention to the things that are being said. I pay attention to the energy that we have when, we're dealing with one another. And
Mm-hmm.
if I'm feeling like this isn't the energy from, like, again, in this moment,
Yeah.
I can't be wrong. I'm not saying that this is a forever thing. But right now, in this very moment, I feel like you tried to insult my intelligence. And you may not have even realized that you were doing it, but I did.
Okay.
So, because for you, it's just second nature.
And for me, I feel like when it gets to that point where you realize it's just second nature for somebody, we not cut of the same cloth, my friend. I have to go.
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I'm going to save that question for last. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Oh man. Okay.
Well, you pretty much just answered that one. Hold on. So, what's something that you have always wanted to do but you never have?
Like period. Like.
Like some type of passion that you have, like let's say for instance, and you're doing this, but let's say for instance, if it was a situation where you always wanted to be a life coach, but you weren't pursuing it.
Man.
So is there any other type of passion that you have or just anything that you wanted to do that you just felt like you didn't have the courage to step
Real
forward and
estate.
actually do it? I love you. We are the
I
same
love you.
person. No, I'm going to school for real estate. I just started.
Get your life.
We are the same person. For those of y'all, look, because the people that's watching this don't know, like, we just met each other.
Yeah, this just happened.
Like, right.
Yep.
So,
Like June?
no, we've been friends on Facebook, but like, we didn't start talking until like maybe a week ago when I had invited you to the group.
That's right. Get a tarot card reader for me. But I guess that's business. That's not friends. So that's different. You're
But we
right.
still talked. But we still
Yeah.
talked.
Yeah.
So,
Girl,
yeah.
this just happened. Oh my God, did we just become best friends?
Yes. Like that post I posted on Facebook, like, I really want you to be my friend, but I'm too shy to know. We're friends.
How are ya?
We're friends.
I'm just here for you. So I have my license here in Michigan. I'm just not practicing. I had to make some sacrifices. I know. So dig this, right? It takes money to make money. Sorry. For those of you who don't know, that is one of the best songs.
I already I knew where you was going with it. Okay.
But it takes money to make money, and it takes money to be in real estate. But I had to make sacrifices for my baby boy that stopped me. No. That has required me. I don't want to say forced or put a stop to anything, but it's required me to put pause. Right. But that is something that I want to pursue with every fiber of my being.
I just love you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. We're going to begin. We're going to finish our conversation off camera.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, last question for the day.
Yes.
What is your truth, like your actual essence, every fiber of your being? What is your truth when everything else is stripped away? So forget your family, forget your career, forget what, just what is your actual truth? Not the person that, your friends think. Like, who do you feel like you are at the core? Not the person that your friends think that you are. Not the person that your parents want you to be. Not the person that you're trying to be for your son. Who are you at your core?
At my core, I'm the lion. At my core, I'm the lion. And
I've always, for those of y'all don't know, the zodiac sign Leo.
Yes.
The sign for that is a lion.
But even outside of that, my name is Ariel, which in Hebrew means Lion of God. I am the lion through and through, and that is who I am. And so that's just who I am, I may have forgotten who I was, and that's okay. But as angelic, as savage as the lion can be, I am she is me, I am her. And I will fight hard for what is right and what is true, and I will love just as hard. And that is just who I am at the core of my being. That is who I have always been. My mom said my mom and my sisters tell me. So I don't have a lot of memories of my childhood. Some of them are like massively suppressed, and I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
But my sister and my mom tell me about a time where somebody was arguing. I don't know if it was my parents. I don't really know who it is. But somebody was in the room arguing, and I walked into the middle of the conversation, and I go, "Can we all just get along?" And I was all of 7 years old.
I love it.
I pushed play, baby. Go ahead. Come here, check me about your TV. Okay. Um, he got something. Okay, got the thing coming. Play when I want to push play. But I am so full of passion that I know that in any moment I can affect someone, and I want it to always be in a good way. But if I don't affect you in a good way, I do want you to know that I'm not the one to fool with. And I'm going to make sure you know with this beautiful smile across my face, as I also pray for you and your whole family to have every good thing that they need to
Mm-hmm.
prosper. And then also my prayer for people who I disagree with is for everything to happen to them the way it's supposed to.
Yes.
Because that's just whatever happens in your story, let it happen.
And that's
But
it's crazy because I used to, when people would tell me like, I hope you have a good day, and my response used to be, I hope you have the day exactly like it's supposed to be.
yeah,
And people look at me like I'm crazy, and it's like, no, I'm not wishing ill will on you, but
no.
for me to take away from whatever day you were supposed to have, or for me to wish something else on you, it's interrupting your story.
Yes. Yes.
It's interrupting whatever is supposed to happen in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm not being mean. I'm not, again, it's no ill will. I'm not being mean. It's just, I believe we all have a story, and I believe that we're the only ones that have the power to change our story
Yes.
by the people that
Yes.
we allow in our lives, by
Oh, honey.
things that we do. And I'm like, Edward, like, no matter who I come across, I want to affect you.
Yeah.
I prefer for it to be in a good way, but it might not always be in a good way. But I still don't wish ill will on you.
Yep.
The many of people that I've come across in my life that have done me wrong, and it's like, I still don't wish ill will, because that takes too much energy.
It it takes so much energy, but also I can't wish you ill will because I don't want nothing crazy to happen to me.
That too.
You know,
And it's
and
people
I
they'll
had an
say stuff like, "Oh,
incident.
well, you hate this person," and I'm like, I don't hate anybody.
Girl, listen, I had an incident not too long ago, and I told somebody, I said, me 10 years ago probably would have went up there. Probably would have, I would have showed up and showed out. But me 10 years into the future, so me
So
today,
I just kind of had that conversation with someone. It's like, look, the many things that I done thought about doing, I didn't do it, and I grew past all of that. So I'm proud of
and
myself.
that's just
Like, even
that.
if you don't feel
Yes.
that, because we have known each other that long, I'm proud of myself, because I have realized that I have grown past this point in my life,
Yes.
because the old me would have just
Girl,
reacted, wouldn't have thought. It
immediately.
would have just
No,
been, oh, this was about to happen, with
that's
no
it.
thought whatsoever.
That's it.
This me, look, I done put a few different thoughts into it, and
Okay.
still decided to keep my peace, and still
And that's,
decided for me to be, the loving, caring person that I am, even though, again, everybody might not deserve that.
yeah. But
But
that's
this
the
is who I
evolution
am
of
at the core.
self.
And that's why I said, but this is who I am at the core.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't want ill will on anybody. I don't want, again, I'm just not that person that I used to be.
Yeah.
I wish
It's
I would
so
have been
good
the
to be
person.
able to grow and see and understand where you are and where you come from. Because the
And it is, but it's always funny when you meet other people that don't understand that. Because
oh honey,
we're just meeting, and you don't understand where I was, exactly what I've been through, the things that have gone out their way, the people that have gone out their way to make sure that I was this complete punta.
oh honey.
You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? And it's like, as much as I would love to be that person
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah.
It's not me.
What gets me is the people who knew you but don't know and understand who you are now.
And that's why I said those are my friends that'll
Mm-hmm.
consistently make jokes that are,
Yeah.
downplaying who I am now because
Mm-hmm.
you want to consistently bring up who I used to be.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of one of those,
Yeah.
but why are you bringing this up? Like on a
The only
consistent,
thing
like
that we're
on a,
supposed to do. Go sorry, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say like on a basis where it's at least once or twice a month, because that's consistent
Mm.
enough for me. It's not.
Tell you. Somebody who I knew, I'll say 15 years. I left and went to Grand Rapids, so I went to the other side of the state for college.
Mm-hmm.
Got my little degree. I'm fun at this some things. I shake, rattle, and roll. But by the time I came back into their life, they didn't quite understand who I was and make quite a few comments.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to stop and say to this person, you knew a child. You don't know the adult me. The adult me, whereas boho chic, gets excited about froyo, okay? That's the only frozen treat I can have without my whole body exploding. Okay?
Remind me
Like
to see the picture of the soy dream.
I need it. I need it.
Yes.
I need it. And I got it written down. I got 3 things written down. So yeah. But you can't be so stuck on what was happening before that you're not able to understand and appreciate the evolution of where I am right now.
Exactly.
Because the evolution of self, that journey that I've been on, that I'm on right now, I've been in this since 2012. I've been working on myself wholeheartedly since 2012. So for 8 years, it took me to get to this point. I will not allow you to break me down. No, ma'am. No, sir. No ham, no Pam. You're not gonna do it.
I got something else to tell you off camera.
Okay.
It could be considered offensive to some, but it was hilarious
Yes, ma'am.
to me. So I have a twisted sense of humor, y'all. Like my sense of humor is so twisted.
Great. That's what
Some
makes
of
you
the
so
things that I
awesome.
laugh at, y'all will probably wonder, like, who are you really? And it's like, I just got to twist, like, I'm all love and light and all that good stuff. I just got to twist it. So again, it's got to have a balance. That's my
Gotta
balance.
have a balance. Listen, entropy, aka chaos, is always in the atmosphere. There has to be some sort of chaos to balance out all this goodness and joy.
Yes.
But it's up to us on how we react to it. Girl, I done learned some things.
I enjoyed this. We are going to end it. I want to read this quote that I did find online.
Okay.
And it says, self-love requires a relentless pursuit of acting on your own behalf and taking care of yourself even when it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to leave everybody with that word. Just so you know that I'm trying to remember to end all my videos like this. I want to leave y'all with something, and I also want to continuously tell y'all to don't forget to love yourself on purpose. And if you are having problems with loving yourself, surround yourself with people that truly wholeheartedly love you, even though you cannot understand why this person or these people love you. Surround yourself with people that truly and wholeheartedly love you, because it will get to a point where their love, their light, their everything that they're trying to pass on to you will be passed on to you. And you will be able to begin that journey of self-love. So don't forget to love yourself on purpose. If you haven't already, because this is quite a long video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want me to cover topics on. Let me know what y'all think about this video. I am going to put Ari B Real's link in the description box below. Do me a favor and go comment, go subscribe to her channel, go watch her videos, like, comment, subscribe, show us some love, y'all. We both appreciate you guys. Ari, thank you so much for doing this with me. We are definitely going to have to do this again.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to get ourselves together at the time.
Look, hey, I
Y'all only knew how long it took to
that.
get ourselves together. But I love y'all. Peace.